You know who else does something well? The best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's where we begin this hour with our exclusive conversation with the NFL's reigning MVP of the regular season and the Super Bowl, quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The Kansas City Chiefs star has already won 2 Super Bowl rings and 2 NFL Most Valuable Player awards while breaking record after record after record. And he's only 27 years old. We recently met with Mahomes and his wife Brittany in Los Angeles at the premiere of the new Netflix docu-series Quarterback. And we talked about football, family, and legacy. I want to start by genuinely asking, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Obviously, the season was amazing. Won the Super Bowl and all that. But being a dad now of 2 and getting to enjoy that in the offseason, I think that's been the best part. 2-year-old and a 6-month-old, so I'm in the thick of things.
How has being a dad changed your perspective on life and even the game?
You enjoy the moments, and I think now being able to go home and see my daughter and see my son, I have a better understanding of being present and enjoying it. That translates to the football field, and we've been on a heck of a run, but I'm trying to enjoy those moments because I know that it doesn't last forever, even though we want it to.
These days, it's hard to argue about who is the best player in the National Football League because Patrick Mahomes is making it easy for us.
Do you think about legacy at this point, or are you still focused year by year?
It's a little bit of both. I think if you play this position, you play this sport, you always want to think about your legacy a little bit and how you're perceived and how you can go out there and play the game. But for me, I've always said I just don't want to have any regrets.
Get up in there! Get up in there! Hey! Hey!
Which is, in part, what led Mahomes to the new Netflix reality series, Quarterback, where cameras captured a trio of NFL QBs on an unfiltered journey through the 2022 season.
I actually talked to Peyton about it for a while. What stuck with me is he said, at the end of my career, I wish I would have done it so my kids could have seen what I was doing every day. And that hit me, obviously, having 2 kids. When my kids grow up, I want them to see that dad wasn't just gone just to be gone. I was gone doing something to build, to be great. And so whenever they get older, they can see that how hard I worked.
Where do you think the league is when it comes to protecting players, more specifically quarterbacks?
We're in a better spot than we were, if you say 10 years ago. And so the more and more technology we can get, I think that helps out a ton. I always go for like the most safe helmet you could possibly have, even if it doesn't look the coolest sometimes.
Right.
And I might get a few jokes at me from the teammates. I'm like, man, I'm trying to protect myself for the long term.
I've talked to professional golfers, NBA players. What is it like when you're in the zone? The game slows down. I can see my swing and the ball going to the hole. It's the size of a basket.
But he throws from every angle.
For the best quarterback in the league, what is that like?
I think it's all from preparation. I watch a lot of Kobe videos, and if you ever watch anything about Kobe, he always talks about the shots that he practices thousands and thousands of times to take once, to take twice. And so whenever those moments do come up during the game, it's not like it's the first time I've done it. I've prepared for that. And I think that's why it slows down. You see the highlights, and everybody's like, oh, it's a highlight reel. It's being Superman out there, but they don't see that preparation.
Mahomes' hard work and preparation doesn't stop when he steps off the football field. He's a staple in the Kansas City community with his foundation work and his philanthropy.
You were on Time Magazine's Most Influential People of 2023. Now, on that list, President Biden, Supreme Court justices, Elon Musk. Do you ever sit back and think to yourself, whoa, life has gotten pretty wild?
No, I think about that all the time. I want to be someone that the kids can look up to and say that, hey, I want to be like Patrick Mahomes, and I want parents to think that, hey, that's a guy that I want my kid to be like. When I'm on TV or when I'm in the spotlight, I try to show off the right example.
I'm married. I got 3 kids, 4 brothers, big family. I got drafted in '03, and I just thought, oh, I'm going to go on this NFL journey by myself. And then I realized it's not really like that. It's everybody. It's not just on you. It's on friends. It's on family. And sometimes you have to answer for family. How do you balance dealing with your brand and also dealing with the family? And what advice do you give to young players who just got drafted, who really don't realize that it's not just you on this journey?
I think first off, with the people around you, explaining that to them, that they have a new spotlight, even if they didn't necessarily want it. And then just having great people around you. I feel like I have a lot of great people around me, and everyone that I kind of have in my circle is people that I truly love.
And one of those people, your wife, Brittany.
He can't even walk. What are we doing?
She is passionate.
He thinks he's about to play a damn game. Has he lost his mind?
She's locked in.
I truly mean this when I say I think if I didn't have Brittany, I wouldn't be in the position I am now.
I remember talking with him like, oh, like who's going to be our new quarterback for high school? And he said, well, I think I'm going to be. And I looked at him like, what? You play quarterback?
Maybe I'll just put my hand on my belly.
Brittany and Patrick Mahomes met as teenagers in Texas before the fame, fortune, and scrutiny.
I was not prepared for this.
It's kind of hard to be prepared for this.
Yeah. At such a young age, we were in love, and I loved him with all of my heart. But, you know, I didn't expect it to skyrocket this soon and us kind of just be thrown into the fire like this.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it, being thrown in the fire. You know, there's always a moment for girlfriends and wives where they realize, oh, I'm not just in the background anymore.
Yeah.
Like, did you have one of those, as we call it, welcome to the NFL moments, where you're like, okay, all right, this is bigger than I thought?
When I started posting on Instagram, me screaming and getting rowdy in the suite, I think first time I did that, I got blown up, and it's like, she's crazy, this is too much. But I ultimately learned that you don't have to share everything that you do in your life.
What are you doing?
As people look at this docu-series, what would you like them to take away after watching Quarterback?
That he grinds
You got this.
all year round, and he is so much deserving of everything that he's won and done.
What do you want your legacy to be?
I want to always be remembered as a great quarterback, but remembered more as a better person. That's my goal. I want people to see the love that I have for the game of football, the love I have for my family, the love I have for being a role model. And I think if they see that and they remember me as that, I've done what I need to do in the game of football.
So they were all glammed up because they were going to the actual premiere of Quarterback at the Netflix studio. But, I love Patrick Mahomes and Brittany for sitting down with me and being open and honest. One thing people don't know about Patrick is he trains with the team, also has a weightlifting coach, a movement coach, and then, of course, he takes care of his body any way that he can. So when people see the greatness, they assume it's just natural.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But he also adds to that athletic ability.
But if you understand injury, as I'm sure you do, like the prevention is so much.
No
I mean,
doubt.
so much part of it, conditioning your body so that you can prevent the injuries when they pound in on you like that.
I like how regular he seemed. He admitted to watching a lot of Kobe videos.
Yeah.
Chill dude.
The guy, like, on his couch with the,
And as a former baseball player, you saw some similarities with how he throws the ball, because he's a former baseball guy.
He's sidearming it like a shortstop. His dad played in the big leagues.
Yep.
And I was thinking, 2-a-days for high school football are going to begin not too long from now. If you're the quarterback and you throw like him, the coach is going to be calling you to the sideline. You're going to be getting chewed out. That is not textbook.
But
it works.
When you're great, the coach lets you get away with those things.
Don't try that at high school level.
No doubt. Yeah, if you have time to check out the documentary, the docu-series on Netflix, it is amazing. I think it's the biggest window I've ever seen into what the journey of the NFL is really like.
Just watch a minute of it, you'll be sucked in. It is really good. It's a great interview. Thank you very much.